Is that? Cool.
Oh, hi there. I'm Fraser, the JCR chair, and we're about to show you a video that explains how the interview process works if you want to apply for committee positions or certain operational roles within the JCR. Our aim is to show you two candidates, one who scores roughly a 9 out of 10 for their interview, and one who scores a slightly shameful 5. They're interviewing for a place on Young Persons Project, also known as YPP, which is one of Mildert's 5 outreach projects. However, the strengths and weaknesses of the two interviews we're about to show you are applicable to all committee interviews you will face in college. On the screen, you will see ticks and crosses appear, which will show you the strengths and weaknesses of each interview. We've tried to go over commonly made mistakes in the bad interview and show you best practice in the good interview. So, without further ado, we'll bring in each of the candidates.
Yeah.
Hi there. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, mate.
Okay, we'll do some quick introductions first. I'm Fraser, I'm the JCR chair.
Okay.
I'm Alex, I'm the YP director.
I'm Ben, I'm the JCR Outreach Officer this year.
I'm Andy and I'm the YP Treasurer.
Okay, and we've got 3 questions for you today that these 3 will ask. If you need any of them repeated at any point, don't hesitate to ask and take your time answering them.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to start off with, what qualities do you possess that you can bring to a team?
I think one of my main strengths is the fact that I'm a good leader. I've had a lot of experience with it in the past, and it's something that I really feel confident in. Like when I was at school, I was a head girl, and so I had a lot of experience trying to delegate and manage teams. And then being in Van Mildert, I've been assistant head of the fashion show, and so I had to delegate then and lead a large group of about 55 people. So I really think that would help me in YPP, because I could be maybe the leader of one of the smaller groups, because that would be something that I think I'd really thrive in, like with leading a small group of people, like being able to relate to them and yet being able to delegate when I need to. I think I'm quite an open and encouraging person. I like to think I bring out the best in people and like to listen to them and get to know who they are and bring out the shyness in people. Like not bring out the shyness, but encourage people to become themselves rather in an awkward situation or a new situation where you don't know many people. And I've done this for the open days when there's really shy people that it's a one-day situation, so you have to bring people out of their shell really quickly so they get to know other people. And obviously that would be good for YPP because the kids would have to get to know you really quickly and would have to get to know other people really quickly. And you don't want them to be shy because you want them to take part in the activities as much as possible, especially when they're living away from home in the Easter event, so you want them to do that. And the third thing, I think I'm really flexible when I'm working in teams. Like I'm quite versatile. Like I'm not set in my ways and only can do one thing. I think I can adapt quite easily and take on new challenges as they come and just roll with the punches, which I think is a really good quality to have, because it means that you can take it as it comes. Like if a child falls ill or something in the residential, you can deal with it when the situation arises. So I think that would be good.
Thank you. That's right.
Right, second question from me. Can you please give an example of a time when you were working in a team and describe your role within that team?
Okay. As I mentioned before, I was part of the Open Day Committee, and I was just one of the team members helping out with Paul McGee being the senior practice as our leader. And I think in those 2 days, my role mainly as one of the Open Day reps was just to help the shy people. I really wanted, when I was there, to help out the people that looked like they were sitting in the corner not really enjoying themselves. Like I really wanted to make sure that they knew that Mildert was a great college and help them as much as I could. So that I did that. When you're an open day rep, you also have to sell the college, so I was very outgoing did tours of the college to show people around, and yeah, interacted with the students as much as I could. And I think that will help for YPP because during the open days, you really have to be very outgoing, bubbly person that everyone can relate to. And I think when you're going into schools and you have no idea who the kids are, and they have no idea who you are and no trust in you to begin with, you need to be the sort of open, relatable person that can put themselves forward and be a bit silly sometimes if you need to be, but help them out. So I think that'll help.
Okay, great. Final question from me is, you're on the residential, so it's a scenario question. You are on the residential and you notice that one of the students hasn't been eating. You become concerned after a few days. What would you do?
Okay, I think it would be important not to jump to conclusions, like not to be judgmental about it to begin with, because the food in college, like, they might just not like it, you know, because they're eating away from home and they're used to their set ways. And so I think to begin with, I would probably go, at the next meal time, go make sure I sat with them. If I didn't know them, introduce myself, say hi, had a chat with them to see what was up, whether it was just, I don't like the food, or whether it was something a little bit more, not serious, but something that I could deal with, like I'm feeling homesick. Because if it was something like that they just needed to chat to somebody about, then I don't think you'd need to talk to the exec of YPP or your team leader about it, because you can deal with it on your own. So I'd see if that that was the case. If I thought it was something a little more serious, like something of concern, if that student wasn't in my student group that I was talking to and interacting with on a daily basis, I would go and find the leader of the group that they were part of and talk to them to see if the point had already been raised, and if it hadn't, talk to them and maybe talk to the exec before we. Obviously, it's not my decision to go to talk to like the teachers or anything, so I would take it to the team leader and the exec, so that the point could be taken further down the line. But really, you want to see to begin with whether it's just that they don't like the food. You know, you don't want to jump in 2 feet first.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you very much, Megan.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Cheers.
See ya.
Hi.
Hi, Francis.
Okay, we're just going to do some quick introductions
Okay.
first. So I'm Fraser, I'm the JCR chair.
I'm Alex. I am the director of YPP.
I'm Ben, I'm the JCR Outreach Officer this year.
And I'm Andy, and I'm the YPP treasurer.
Okay, so we've got 3 questions for you today, which will be asked by these 3 guys.
Okay.
If you need any of them repeated at any point, don't hesitate to ask, and take your time.
Okay, just been nervous.
Okay, so I'm going to kick it off with, what qualities do you possess that you can bring to the team?
Well, I'm quite like a cheerful, friendly person. I mean, everyone that I've seen who does YBP seems really, really friendly and outgoing. And I think I'm one of those people. It seems like a really great project to do. I've always wanted to do it since you advertised it in Fashion. And I think I could really live up to those kind of qualities, you know, like friendly, outgoing, I'm like enthusiastic, I get everyone involved. I mean, I haven't taken on any massive leadership roles so far, but I'd really like to try that. I work well within a team. I think I'm quite flexible, so I could transfer skills I've learnt somewhere else to other projects. And I'm just really, really keen to get involved in as much Mildert stuff as possible. You know, this looks like a great project. I'm really keen to find out more about it, like really, really interested in it. So I think the fact that I'm so interested in finding out about it and stuff, I'd be a really keen member, really enthusiastic.
Right, second question from me. Can you please give an example of a time when you were working in a team and describe your role within that team?
Okay, so I was a team on part of the open day team. So we were all kind of working together. We had a really short space of time to get it all ready. And you know, like we all worked really well together. And then when the kids arrived, I was really keen in getting everyone up and involved and making sure everyone was involved in all the things. You know, we had like lots going on, so I was getting everyone involved, really enthusiastic, and just like working well with other people. So I think I could do that in YPP.
Great. Third question is a scenario question.
Mhm.
So you're on the residential
Yeah.
and you notice that one of the students hasn't been eating. You become concerned after a few days. What do you do?
Obviously, this is like quite a serious problem, and I would be really concerned. I think that the responsibility doesn't really lie with us. It ultimately lies with their school teachers, because we're not. I mean, we're only like 19, 20. We can't really deal with these kind of problems. I would be really concerned that it was a more serious issue and it'd been going on for some time. So I think I'd get straight in touch with one of their school teachers to find out if they could fix the problem and kind of hand the problem over to them.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thanks, Francis.
I'm really sorry about how cringe this whole thing is. Thank you.